All right, so welcome everyone to the um, first quarter Stonewall Democratic Club meeting, March 30th, 2023. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We're going to call the meeting to order. It is currently 7:16. We have quorum because we have people on with Miguel and Michael.
Actually, Margie joined, so we have 10 showing.
Oh, okay, 10. Okay, thanks. Thanks for coming, Margie. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So we do have 10, correct, Secretary?
Yes.
All right. Land acknowledgement. Let me bring that up. Right. Gotta tell you, whenever you get spam signups, you just lose your marbles.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. My thing was, I was like, who, what? I was like all excited. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I looked, I was like, oh wow. Let me get this going here, flag. But yeah, so welcome everyone. I want to welcome all of you. I know we have a couple of elected officials here with us. We have our supervisor from District 2, Monica Brown. Thanks for being here. I want to also recognize our Board of Trustee for Vallejo Schools, John Fox for District 5 of there, and just a couple other folks that are here as well. So thanks so much for being here, and let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start with according to the agenda, we start with the land acknowledgement. So John, do you want to read that for us? Can you read that?
Sure. Land acknowledgement. We pause to acknowledge that the Stonewall Democratic Club of Solano County sits on the land of the Miwok and Patwin people. We remember their continued connection to this region and give thanks to them for allowing us to live, work, and learn, pray in their traditional homeland. We offer our respect to their elders and we offer our respect to their elders and the Miwok and Patwin people of the past and present.
Great, thank you. And we'll go on to the Pledge of Allegiance. So this is optional, but if you feel like you want to do it, please do. Follow along.
Cool flag.
Pledge.
Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
and
to the republic
which
for
it
which
it
stands
stands
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
with
and
liberty and
justice
justice
for all.
someday.
someday.
All right. Moving on to our agenda. We did that.
Anybody move to approve the agenda?
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you, John. Second.
Second.
Marjorie. Oh,
I
Margie
saw
also?
Margie's hand first. Okay.
Oh, not a problem.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions or nays? Okay, unanimous.
So
And go
we
ahead.
have the minutes from the October meeting. So thank you so much for sending that over, Joseph. And just so everyone knows, he sent it over like really quick. But we're just getting out right now. So that was from our hybrid meeting at Marin before we went into our, well, we did have a holiday party in December. Thank you to everyone who came and brought toys for the Solano AIDS Coalition Toy Drive. Does anyone have any changes or anything that needs to be updated with the
No, I'll make a motion to approve.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a second?
Second, Miguel.
Okay.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any nays? Any abstentions?
I was not in attendance, Supervisor Brown.
Okay,
You're at the holiday party, you brought a lot of the toys.
But I thought the meeting was a different day.
yeah, this is the October meeting.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Thank-
who was it? Was it you, Tom, that seconded the approval of the minutes?
No,
Miguel.
Miguel,
Oh, Miguel, that's right.
your neighbor.
Yep,
Okay,
and his little dogs too.
That's right. They like you.
I don't know. I
moving
love them.
back. All right, reports. John, I'll let you go ahead and go.
Oh, boy. For the school district report, we still working on our strategic plan, getting it out there to all the different areas of the city of Vallejo. Trying to think what else. I'm reading on the 2x2 with city council and with the school board. We're discussing safety issues, maybe closing Nebraska Street because we've had some issues, some safety issues. And also about transportation, how public transportation might help students that are having trouble getting to school that don't take our buses. And maybe for after school events, we're looking into that. I've also been working hard with Wendell Quigley with GVRD. And we're looking at the old Franklin Middle School, which is empty, to make it into a sports center so that the gymnasium and the fields would be used for the youth here in Vallejo and hopefully starting this summer. So Wendell and I have worked very hard on that. And with the city of Vallejo, I've asked perhaps maybe to use their grant writer for specific things to help with funding for different things. And then Mina Diaz is looking into the South Vallejo Recreation Center and the North Center of Vallejo to maybe making those into also youth, not sports centers, but youth activity centers for classes. And again, we would need grants to write to be able to fund the programs for children to attend both the North and South Vallejo Community Center. Let me think what else. The police, we're asking them to please try as much as they can to build connections with our schools, even if it's just dropping by even once a month, different deputies or different police maybe be assigned to each school, maybe coming at lunch or just having a presence at the school, just so the students feel safety from them or that they're, anyways. So we're trying to work on that, even though there's such a huge shortage of police here in Vallejo, which is a big problem. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much everything. There's a lot going on, and we're trying to work on a lot of things just to, especially the youth center. Oh, one other thing, the plunge. I don't know if you know where the pool is. The plunge right by the old Vallejo High. It's called John Finney Center now, across from Vallejo High School. Wendell Quigley and GVRD were also trying to see if tapping into the city grant writers for that as well, maybe seeing if there's money because it needs to be brought to ADA compliance, and there's a lot of money that needs to be update that pool. So during the day, it could be for schools and maybe for like swim meets and stuff like that. But then evenings and weekends, it would be for the public. So that's another area because it's just sitting there rotting right now. So it'd be nice to be able to have, if there are grants or philanthropists or something to look into, to try to also work on that area for not just students in Vallejo, but also for the community. So that's another big project as well. So there's a lot. And then with the shootings, unfortunately, the other day, you all know there was a shooting in our country again. So we're also just keep talking about safety and again, how to react and have the police involved to be quickly notified. And unfortunately, we're talking about fencing around schools and cameras and radios. And then another thing that I'm really happy with the city of Vallejo, we're trying to get an ordinance so the unhoused, for homeless unhoused, that there's a larger distance between the encampments and schools. To have an ordinance that, because we've had a shooting that involved unhoused with some of our students last summer. It was very scary. So we're trying to get the ordinance placed with city council, which they just talked last Tuesday. And there was some resistance. Some people are saying unhoused shouldn't have to be told where to be or where to live. But I strongly disagree with that. When it infringes on safety of students in our schools, then that's a huge issue. So we're trying to get the ordinance to be so many feet away from a school site. And then lastly, Joseph with LGBT minus tobacco, I read their resolution and we passed it unanimously with the school district. And they presented in lots of data, lots of things that were surprising to me. And there's lots of sites, unfortunately, that sell tobacco, even flavored tobacco, even though we voted that they can't do that. And they sell to minors. So we're also looking for people to show up. Maybe Joseph's going to be talking about that on April 11th to City Council. There needs to be a law that any business in Vallejo that sells tobacco products, they need to have a license, and they do not at this point. So we need City Council to vote on that, because once there's a license, then they can be fined if they are continue to sell to minors or they continue to sell flavored tobacco products. So that's a really big thing. I attended an event last night with Monica and Joseph. I'm really excited about this because we need to stop what's going on and help our youth for health reasons. Joseph, I can talk about that more later.
Yeah, I can talk about it.
But I think that's my report. Thank you.
Okay. Monica, do you want to give us an update from the county?
Well, on Tuesday, we went through and talked about rentals, when people do Airbnb. And Sandy Beach is going to be taken care of later because we're dealing with the fact that they don't have enough water if there's a fire. So that's one issue. But for everybody else, I got in where they have to be renewed every 5 years because the county seems to give things forever and no one ever looks back because we're notorious for not being, what's the word I'm looking for? Good about enforcement. I'll let it go at that. So that part was good. And to go along kind of what John indicated, we had a young lady, a 11-year-old student from Grange who was crossing the crosswalk and was killed by a woman at 8 a.m. who was arrested for a DUI at 8 a.m. with her own kids. So yeah, in my newsletter today that'll go out is I just don't have any words. I can't imagine that you subbed that day and then you didn't go home. I can't imagine losing your child. And I'm tired of that. But that's not the county. I mean, let's get real here. We still have people who are in law enforcement here that are Proud Boys or 3%ers and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how you get away with anyway, I just, there's no words. So John, I hear you when it comes to all of that. Last night was really nice. So I know Joseph will talk about it. Thank you, John, for bringing it forward. In terms of the county, we're going to be dealing with our budget in June. On a positive note, yes, I do have something positive to say. We finally have our first patient in our mental health facility that housed 16 people. I'm very excited that this is working through. Did have a presentation from folks dealing with care court. That sounds really nice from Gavin. Unfortunately, there's no money. It's very similar to Laura's Law, which we are doing very well in taking care of people. So we're moving slowly. I'm just sharing with you, we move slower than education, which is pretty damn slow. But we're making it happen, trying to take care of folks. And all our rescue plan money is out. We gave $4.5 million to North Bay because they deal with about 90,000 of our folks that do have ACA or other means. And then the Broadway, what did we end up? I think we gave Broadway $4 million. So I know there's pros and cons, just just deal with it right now, guys. I had to give some money somewhere. And so we'll just see where it goes. But the need is great. Just FYI, here's something that I'll keep you guys informed. The MTC, Metropolitan Transportation, is looking at having a bond. They're not saying how we're going to pay for this. That'll be like $3 or $4 billion. It's going to be more. If you've been getting my weekly newsletter, I've been trying to keep you informed with that. The problem is what will come to Solano County. We are notorious for paying for everybody else, but not having enough money for us to house people. So that might not make any sense, but if you go back a couple newsletters ago, I've been trying to keep everybody informed. So anyway, and I mentioned already about 680 Lopes and the water issue with Benicia. So just full of fun.
All right. Thank you. Joseph, do you have anything?
Yeah, so I guess a little bit more detailed. Thank you to John Fox for agendizing us. When I say us, I mean the coalition, LGBTQ minus tobacco, which I learned about at these meetings. And one of our coalition partners, which is the Bay Area Community Resources and their Vallejo youth activists who were amazing last night. Also, I am now a co-chair of the Solano County Tobacco-Free Solano organization, and as an advisor. And so that's a volunteer position. We have presented to a couple of the city council persons here in Vallejo. And when we presented to Councilman Bragenzer, he actually agendized us. So we are going to be speaking for 15 minutes at the beginning of a city council meeting on April 11th. We encourage everyone who wishes to support us to speak that night in person or on the phone. Tom has included a sample letter that you could send to the city council in support with some of the information on what a TRL is. A TRL, as John was alluding to, is a way for local jurisdictions. There's already 209 in the state of California that have these, both unincorporated counties and municipalities. They are a method to give teeth to the legislation that passed in November, which was Prop 31, getting rid of most flavored tobacco products. If we have a robust TRL, which we are going to send the city council a sample, Benicia already has one of these, by the way, pretty good one. A good TRL is paid for by the tobacco retailers above and beyond what they pay for the state of California for the right to be able to sell tobacco. But the difference is that the state of California doesn't allocate very many resources at all for the entire state, and it's revenue neutral. So the money that is raised by the tobacco retailers would pay for the enforcement portion of a code enforcement person, something that Vallejo desperately needs, and for the enforcement of things like not selling to youth, which is already, of course, the law, meaning under 21. It can also fill in the gaps on the flavored tobacco products that have been accepted. There are certain flavor exceptions for some reason. It also can prohibit the density of tobacco retailers because, of course, they tend to be very clustered in lower income neighborhoods. It can also prohibit the selling of, this is my favorite, prohibit the selling of tobacco products in pharmacies where you literally go to get your medicine and then you can pick up your cigarettes right at the same time. These are all things that a robust TRL can do. And it sounds like we are having, I don't want to get, jinx myself, but it sounds like we have some support among some of the city council persons. I have already started feeling like there's going to be some pushback because the same people that fought us when we went and got the ordinance for the smoke-free multi-unit housing approved last year are sort of gathering their resources as if this has something I don't know. I find it shocking that there are people who are going to fight this, but we may find some resistance. It might be from the retailers.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
but they could have a powerful lobby, you know, they could say, you know, Vallejo needs the income. Well,
Oh.
do we really need the income from the by poisoning our children? So that's what my reaction would be. Miguel?
Yes, are you in touch with Nipper? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I'm the one that referred it to you.
Very good. I've forgotten that. Anyway, we have
Yeah,
touched
she was
base.
there last night. She's
Very good.
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
love her.
All right.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're in touch with her. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm looking forward for the opportunity to speak at City Council about this with the same organization, the same coalition that met last night, same coalition that went to the school board. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and please take a look at that template that we sent out.
Okay. All right, with that,
Cool. I'll be there, Joseph.
Thank you.
and we will send out a note asking everyone to show up as well as post it on our social media. So with that, I would like to give a little report from me. So this past quarter has been very busy for me at work, and so it's been a little hard to organize things, but I do want to let people know that the agenda does say that our April 20th will be via Zoom, but I've also been talking to someone about a place where we can actually have an in-person meeting. So for April 20th, it will be a hybrid meeting like we did our October one. So you can join us over Zoom as well as in person. The location will be coming out once I get everything finalized for that, so that we can have some time together. So please look for that. Once I should have everything organized by Monday, and then we'll make an announcement about that and an update to our April 20th meeting notice. So that's that. So moving on to, we have no old business to take care of. We have some new business to take care of though. And that is looking at the letter that Joseph sent to me, and we included in the packet for tonight. Let me share this if I can get my fingers to do the walking.
And that letter was actually authored by Nefer, Miguel.
Okay. Very good.
Oh, let me bring it up. That was not what I thought. That was the minutes. So yeah, we have that letter was sent. It is sent in a Word form. The link will open a Word document, which I know is a little unusual, but for things that we send out, but I wanted you to have the ability to copy, paste, and customize as needed. So you can send it to Vallejo, and I believe, there we go. Joseph, we and I talked or chatted over text. This will be rolling out to other cities in the area. So, you know, other cities as they go through, but the first is for Vallejo. So please take this letter. The link is in the email, and wordsmith it however you need, but include the basic stuff that Joseph and the team has come up with about tobacco retail license, so that we can have some teeth and we can have some efforts to curb this sort of scourge, as it were.
Yeah,
no offense
actually,
to anyone who smokes, but please make sure that we have we can let your council members know that you care about this. Yes, Joseph.
Yeah, I was going to add, you reminded me. So this coalition and we did go out several weeks after the ban on most flavored tobacco products was enacted, which was December 21st. So we went out like January 7th, and we went to 29 different tobacco retailers in Vallejo. I think 2/3 of them still had flavored tobacco products that were explicitly prohibited on display. Historically, especially pre-COVID, when they were still doing a lot of decoy work, there was 45.5% of these tobacco retailers were selling to underage youth, and they would do things like, hey, you're 21, right? And that's how they were checking their IDs. and then 4 out of the 29 refused to even let us in to see if they were selling, if they were complying with it. So 2/3 of them not even complying, some of them didn't even let us in. And so the fact that there is no enforcement is demonstrated by the fact that they were cavalier about leaving these products out.
Right. So I think what we want to do tonight is to authorize the club to send this letter to all of our city council members and our mayor, as well as the city manager, expressing our support as a club for this measure here in Vallejo. Can I get a motion to do that?
So moved, Miguel.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second,
Okay, that was John Fox. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so the motion is to send this letter on behalf of the Stonewall Democratic Club and its members to the city council, the mayor, and our city manager, letting them know our position as a whole for this to have a comprehensive tobacco retail license in our city. For those of you who don't live in Vallejo, we're still going to send it on your behalf, but thank you. And please know that this is coming to a city near you soon. So with that, we have a motion and a second. Can I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Okay. And any abstentions? Okay, I hear none. Any nays? Okay, there are no nays. So it passes. We'll go ahead and say it passed unanimously. We will be sending this out. Now moving back to the agenda. So thank you, Joseph, for bringing that to us.
Thank you for your support.
So we can make sure that we get this handled. Items for future agenda, please email the e-board at SolanoStonewallDemocrats.org. That goes to Joseph and John and myself. I think some of our committee chairs that are not with us tonight, Barbara Gay, one of them, she had something happening that she could not get out of. But so if you have something for the agenda, please send it. Announcements. I'm going to take a point of personal privilege here and do a couple of announcements that were on the email. We have the Louise Lawrence is going to be opening back up, and with that, tomorrow is Transgender Day of Visibility. There will be a rally in the county at the 675 Texas Street at the event center in front of our county facilities. Please show up if you can. That will be happening, I think, at 4 o'clock. Yep. But the Louise Lawrence will also be having some things go on this month with their opening back up. I don't know if you guys recall, but they had a car that actually crashed into the facility, and we sent out some things where people helped to raise money for them, and they got funded with their money really quick, I believe it was. I know I gave money to help them rebuild, because that was just one of those things where they went out to go to the Trans Day of Remembrance and went into the facility and saw there was a car inside.
Yeah, I uploaded the flyers in the chat.
Yep, thank you so much. It's also on the link to the event is also on the email that you got tonight.
Good.
So please,
Awesome.
please go there. Let's see. The other thing is there is going to be a Vallejo Gay Network meeting on the 20th. Oh, no, I've forgot it. Let me unshare this. Hold on. Stop share. But we will be, there is a Vallejo Gay Network meeting, and that is on
Meeting or potluck?
potlucks. Yeah, potluck. I just realized the image did not take in the email. But April 2023 is going to be April 23rd, 1 to 5. And it's going to be in Benicia at Jan and David's house. They hosted in April last year. Their theme is Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. So if you have a chance, please join us there for that. Should be a good time. I think I'm sharing. Am I sharing? this?
Yeah,
are.
we can
You
see
are.
it.
Okay.
Maybe magnify it.
Better.
There. Anyway, but yeah, so 386 Wool Court, Benicia, California. So feel free to join us there, and remember to bring, what is it they say, the world needs now is love, sweet love. And so bring love, something good to eat, and a friend and a drink over to their house, and go ahead and join us. And if it's raining, bring a rainbow umbrella, because it'll be fun. All right, with that, that's all that I have. Anna, your hand is up.
Oh, I just, my hand was up just to, about the flyer for, it's the Louise Lawrence Transgender Archive. I wanted to make sure that the whole name, that the whole name was out there. And so,
Okay.
yeah. And then the open house is on April 8th, but it's opening back up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
So I think that's sharing now, right?
yes.
Yeah, so it's opening there. They have an open house on Saturday, April 8th. If you are available, please come. I did speak to Ms. Bob, and one of the things that we've been talking about is how we can make sure that it's safe and secure. So if you want to come and be help be a guard, and also just watch out for anything that may happen untoward, please let me know. I'm going to show up there and try and look as butch and menacing as I can until someone says hello.
Oh, sorry for laughing. Sorry for laughing.
I could do that.
I'll be there. So
Oh,
Okay.
well, there
no
you go.
need to think about it.
But yeah, we just, with everything going on, we want to make sure that
Yeah.
we protect those who are vulnerable, as well as make sure that we can have a good time without having someone come along and spoil it.
Right. I thought you were talking about putting up a fence or something to keep another car from crashing through there.
Well,
Yeah.
we should look at raising money to help them with that, because that definitely needs to happen. Or at least some concrete posts to stop it. Yeah. All right. Anyone else have any announcements? Yes, Kevin.
The Rio Vista Democratic Club has 2 events in April. On April the 4th, we will be having a get together at the Ben's Friends of the Vine on April 4th at 4:30 to 6. And then on April 27th, we will be having Fiona Ma at the Point Restaurant, speaking to our club and to anybody who wants to come. The Together Tuesday, the first event on April 4th, is free. The tickets for Fiona Ma are $35. That includes dinner and a glass of wine. So if you're interested, it's on Act Blue and you can get tickets there.
Okay, can you send me the link and I will forward it out to folks?
I certainly will.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? I do have one more thing to put out there as well, if no one else has anything. Okay.
Margie?
Oh, go ahead.
For the county, the Central Committee party, we're having a dessert auction. And if you're interested, you could contact me. We'd like to have enough dessert so that people could get one per table. So let me know, because I know there are some good cooks in this because of the Christmas party. So just let me know if you would like to contribute a dessert. And that's the 20th of May.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
was gonna mention.
So I hope there'll be more information. It's a dessert party. Dessert.
No, it's actually a barbecue, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention, the county event on May 20th. It's at Allenwood Park in Fairfield, and it is a barbecue and good old barn burner Democratic party kind of thing. So I guess we'll have a dessert auction. I'll bring a dessert. I'll do a keto dessert though.
Oh, no, man, shit. Just because
Hey.
you're keto doesn't mean we have to be keto.
The ones that what I will bring is cream cheese brownies, and they sold for $300 at the Samira crab feed. And I didn't pay that to do it. I paid $200, and I was third place.
Yeah,
So the first one to go was my keto brownies. And I will
okay.
say they are good. You will like them
Okay.
even if they are, because they have all the goodness, just none of the sugar. But and the person that bought them actually did get back to me and said they were very nice. So thank you very much, Anna.
Okay. Okay. I trust you, Tom.
I mean, you
There's
know,
also an art auction at the May barbecue. We're
yeah,
getting flyers soon, but
yeah, we should have those this weekend. We have that, and then there'll also be speakers. Of course, it's a democratic event. We love to talk. So look forward to that for May 20th. It should be a good time. Hopefully, you know, knock on wood, that the rain is done by then. But if nothing else, I would, if no one else has anything, remind you of the next membership meeting, April 20th. And remember, it is going to be hybrid. So please stay tuned for that. Does anyone else have anything? Nothing for the good of the order. Oh, yes. Supervisor Brown.
Nobody mentioned that, we did prior to everybody coming together, but at 1 o'clock on Kentucky Street with the library tomorrow is going to be a drag queen
Oh, right.
reading. So I just wanted to let everybody know when we discuss this at the agenda review for the county, I did ask that we have security be a little tight. Because this is Fairfield, trust me, it's not all blue, okay? So I just want everybody to be safe, including our kids, especially, you know, Nashville and all that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
And
but
so
please-
Kentucky Street in Fairfield.
on Kentucky Street in Fairfield, so it's not that far away. I'm at work still because I had to finish up, so it's not that far away. But I'm going to be there at 1:30 because I already have a previous commitment. But I will be attending, but I wanted to make sure there was enough security. Yeah, so, and then we'll come on over here or eat or whatever, and then come for the 4 o'clock event. So.
And so it's over in that city
Beg
center area, right?
your pardon?
That's in the city center area for.
Yeah,
Fairfield?
so my understanding, it's where the water fountain is, which is not on because somebody effed it up again. But yeah, so it's right out front. It has no meaning because you guys can't see what I'm saying, but it's where the water fountain is. So it's on Texas Street.
Oh, that's where the thing is, but the library reading is over by city center by the
On
city
Kentucky
hall and all
next.
that.
Yeah, exactly where the city hall is. Yeah, so the
Okay.
library is. And we've been putting up solar panels, so it might look a little different than what you're accustomed to. So we might
Fun
finally
time.
get into the 21st century at the county. I'm hoping I'm still be alive.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. With that, I would like to entertain a motion for adjournment.
Could we
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn in memory of the kids and the teachers and everybody who passed away in Nashville?
Sure, we'll adjourn in memory of those who have been impacted by gun violence, recent and over time.
Yeah.
Especially those in Nashville.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that is the motion. Do I have a second?
Second,
Second.
All right. Those by both Miguel and John Fox. All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
All right, we'll take a few minutes of silence right now. All right, folks. Thank you so much. And
Stay safe, everybody, please.
yes, be
please
safe.
be safe. And remember that we gotta love one another.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right, y'all stay safe out there and remember that the ground is very super saturated as well. So watch where you park your cars. Don't park on an incline. You may not be there when you get back.
And
you.
when you come tomorrow, you're more than welcome to park in the garage. Second, third floor, that's fine, not an issue.
All right, well,
There's a
thank you so
problem, you
much.
come find me.
All right, thank you so
All right.
much,
Take
Supervisor
care,
Brown.
guys.
Everyone have a great time. Great.
Gracias, Tomás. Gracias.
Gracias, Miguel.
Miguel, have a wonderful vacation. That sounds like so much fun.
You know, I'm going to Spain and that's my dad's from. I may not come back. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
But wait,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
you think they're gonna let you in the country?
Hey, 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 hey. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Be safe.